Hello, and you're here because you're interested in SlabMags. I recently got into SlabMags, and I did some research on the internet, found some YouTube videos, mostly about Pokemon, mostly a few years ago, in the middle of what was known as the pandemic times. So I figured, since I'm a fan, I'm not sponsored by them at all. These were all purchased by myself. I figured I would give a little review, a little talk on it, because there seems to be a lack of this type of thing when it comes to this product, SlabMags, and the internet. A real honest review. Not sponsored, not paid to say good things. But let me start by saying that obviously these are not cheap. At the time of this recording, here towards the middle of October 2024, they're about $25 a piece, or one Topps flagship blaster, depending how you look at it. Again, not cheap, I get that. I understand that. But the thing to keep in mind is that the product you're using this on, also not cheap. You're not going to put your $20 slab in one of these, or your $50. You can put whatever you want. Once you own it, it's yours. But I think it's important to have this type of video, so I'm making it right now. Right before, I would say maybe 5-6 years ago, there was a product called Card Case Pro. You can see it right down here, Card Case Pro. Kind of like a baggy style with a little flap here. And these were a couple of bucks each, $2-3 each. It's not bad looking. It's fairly protective, but if you dropped it on the corner or something, but it's it's not extremely visually appealing, in my opinion. So we'll just put this down here in the corner. When you've got, again, these, like I said, these are not cheap, but the stuff you're putting them in, and it says here full UV protection. You take that with a grain of salt, in my opinion. I wouldn't blast these cards out into the sunlight. But you buy a nice case for your cell phone, you should buy a nice case for your cards, right? Like, here's the red one. These are all black in the back, but here's a red one. 52 mana, very popular card. It looks great in the slab mag. I mean, they have some heft to them. It's aluminum on the outside, and it's got a little, I guess if there is one negative here, I wish this was this little plastic notch here. I wish this was a little, well, maybe it was a metal notch, but these just pop open. I'm trying to avoid knocking my camera over, but knocking everything over. But yeah, they have little magnets here, here, and they kind of, you can see they kind of attract each other, and they kind of just boop. I don't know if you can tell that, but they just kind of close together like that. You lock it, it locks fairly well. I mean, I wouldn't recommend throwing them around, but I wouldn't recommend throwing anything around. But they have little intricacies that I'm not going to be able to pick up on the camera, and I'm not a professional, but the molding is very good. You can see it all along the edging. It's a very well made product. It's obviously top notch because it, like I said, it's not cheap. Like, I think at the time of this recording, like I said. They're not lined up properly. There we go. Now they're lined up properly. Yeah, it does say SlabMags down right here. Can't make that out. But, so what you do is, it comes in this nice packaging. Take that out. Oh, what's that? Nope, just paper. Sounded like rattling. I thought it might have been the tab broken, but here we go. You take that. Take that. Thank you for your order. Open it up. Comes with a little wipe, microcloth wipe on it, and you just take your card, put it in just like that. Right over the other edge. Sorry, making a mess, but just like that, and then make sure it's closed. Pull down that lever, which again I wish made a little bit better, but it is what it is. And that's the black one. Looks really nice in my opinion. Here's the there was the red one. Those are the only, I had purchased 10 of these black ones at the show, the National, this year. There was a dealer that was selling them for $20 a piece, which was really good, really nice. And so I did buy 10. I gave one to a friend of mine. He wanted to try it out. He was curious. So, and then I said, I got all black ones, and then I said to myself, I want some red ones. So I went back the next day, and they were all gone. Not surprising, given what it is, So I just wanted to make a short video to put it out there that, that because their social media is not very responsive, at least not here on YouTube, not on Twitter. I think you get more traction out of them on Instagram, but I'm not on Instagram, so these are just really, really well made. And I think they have, pull tab here that takes the film off. Yeah, there we go. So you can take the film off. There should be one on the front too. There it is. It is a lot easier to do off camera, but there we go. So you take the film off and it's super clear. Just looks great. Just happy to have, a nice piece of protection for a nice card. And you take this card, you hand it to your friends, show it around, and it looks great in my opinion. So again, I just wanted to do a little service to this company, a little pro, because they look really nice. I mean, they are well made. Like I said, they don't really add much bulk. They fit, they still fit in whatever you were storing your slabs in before, your various types of briefcases and whatnot. It doesn't really add any width bulk, if what I'm saying makes sense. And there's grooves here because they are stackable. They interlock, so you can stack them, if you're selling a bunch of stuff or just storing them that way. Whichever way you want to do it. There's no wrong way to do it. But yeah, these are pretty awesome, man. I was fortunate enough to be able to get these, and like I said, turn a couple friends onto them at the show this year. So I hope you found that helpful. Again, appreciate your time.